Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to give everybody a quick update here, kind of catch everybody up. And I know I haven't really been posting, the frequency of my videos hasn't been quite as high as it used to be. I'm kind of posting like one video a week, maybe one every other week. And part of the reason for that is because I'm making longer videos, so they just take longer to make. But the main reason that that's actually been going on is because I was job searching and I was interviewing around and stuff, and I did pick up a job. So I've been working full time. And between working full-time and a little bit of personal training that I do on the side, going to the gym, and it's just been tough to make videos and to work on the Raptor and stuff. So I'm just trying to get everything in order. We got Valentine's Day today, and my birthday's coming up. The holidays were just behind us. Just a lot of stuff's been going on. I'm trying to get everything and make everything work so that I can still put out one video a week. That's kind of my goal, while still working a full-time job, and I think that's very doable. But that's why there hasn't really been, the updates on the Raptor have been so slow. And I have been reading your guys' comments, and guys, please understand, I get like, 100, like tons. I get a lot of comments, just because the amount of videos that I have is constantly going up, and I'm getting comments on old videos, new videos, and everything. It's almost impossible for me to keep up with that stuff, and I'm constantly getting DMs on Instagram and Facebook. And emails. So like if I'm not responding to you guys, it might take me a couple weeks. I usually do respond though. Sometimes I don't get to it, sometimes I miss it, but I try to respond to everybody. It's just almost impossible for me to do by myself. So that's what's going on. I did read a lot of your guys' comments about what you think is wrong with the Raptor, and I'm really thankful for that stuff. I can't wait to check that out, and I'm going to be. I would be doing it tonight, but it's Valentine's Day. And I'm going to be doing some stuff with my girl, and then tomorrow we're actually doing some other stuff for Valentine's Day because we both get to go in late on Fridays, so we want to do something later on tomorrow night. So maybe Friday I'll get around to doing something, and then my birthday is coming up for this. We're celebrating that this weekend, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have much time in the near future to work on that stuff. So like I said, I want to make this update video, and also I want to show you guys something cool. I kind of made a deal with myself. That I would buy myself a toy if I pick up a regular job, just because, I've said it in previous videos, money's been slim, especially because YouTube doesn't really pay all that much when you have a small channel. So that's the main reason I got the job. And those of you who follow the channel or have seen my other videos, you've seen my old Corvette. I've always had muscle cars growing up. I love muscle cars. Not just muscle cars, just sports cars in general. And even just regular cars that are stick shift, just fun cars to drive. And this has been the longest I've gone without a muscle car. And I know that makes me sound spoiled as hell. But I sold the Corvette maybe back in August, and I was surprised how long I made it without, missing it. But I'm I was just missing having a muscle car so bad. I miss the sound and everything, and I just think they're fun to drive. Not even if I'm speeding, they're just fun to drive. So I got something pretty cool here. I'm staring at it right now. It was $1,450, so you can kind of imagine what it looks like. You might be a little bit surprised though. So you guys can put all your guesses in now, and I'm about to show you. Where is it? Oh, baby. Is that a 1995 Firebird Formula? Damn straight. There it is, guys. Paid $1,450 for this thing, and it's really not in that bad a shape. It's kind of funny though. It's pretty hoopty the way that it sits. You can see the the little cat paws all over it. This thing's been sitting for a while. The inspection's out. Not too long though. And I actually bought this off Craigslist from a guy who bought it off one of his customers. The guy had a transmission shop. And this guy was pretty cool, and he made me pretty comfortable in purchasing this, only because he took me to his house and everything, and he had a garage in the back with like 7 classic muscle cars in it. Really nice that he had done up and all, and he was showing them to me. So I don't think he'd be showing me all that stuff, and he knew that I only lived 30 minutes away. He wouldn't be selling me a piece of shit if, and showing me all his nice cars and stuff, knowing that I could come back and mess with his stuff. So that's how she sits, and she runs pretty good too. It has a misfire. That's part of the reason it was so cheap. But this guy knew what he was talking about, and he knew what was wrong with it and everything. But these cars aren't that expensive to begin with, and it's not a Trans Am, it's just the formula. But it does have the 350 V8, and it's a 6-speed stick. But it's really funny driving it just because the way that it is now with the misfire, if you guys are familiar with LT1s, the OptiSparks go bad. It's like a distributor cap. And I'm sure that's the same thing with this. I actually just got an MSD one in the mail to fix it. But this is the best part about this car. I'm about to show you here. I think it is unlocked. You ready for this? This is why people laugh at me when I get in the car in parking lots. Oh my god, it's like something out of a horror movie. I seriously should record that and make it as like a dub over for Hollywood films. But anyways, here's the interior, and I know off the bat you're probably thinking this thing is a total piece of crap, but it's really not that bad. The door panel is right here, and the reason the door panel is off, and you can see the writing on that window, is because this thing was kind of in the ghetto, and people were messing with it, and somebody smashed out that window. And the guy put the new window in, but he didn't rivet it to the tracks. So he didn't finish it. And he was just kind of like, you know, the hell with it. He had all these other cars to work on. This one wasn't really taking precedence. This isn't really like that sought after. You know, he had like 1970 Mustang. He had a couple, I think he had a Chevelle. He had an Olds 442, I think. And an old Le Mans. He had some pretty cool cars. You know, this one just really didn't make the cut for the kind of caliber of stuff that he was working on. And he didn't even want this car originally anyway. One of his customers really needed cash, and he bought it from him. You can see it's got, actually has a short throw shifter. It's pretty tight. I like that. And the dash, you can see all the dirt and stuff on it. And like there's glass on the floor over there. But once I clean that stuff up and wipe the dash down, it's really not that bad. Like if you look at these buttons and everything, all this stuff is going to clean up nice. I guarantee you guys, this thing is going to look so nice when I'm done with it, and I'm barely going to have to put any money into it. It's really, really basic too. It's got roll-up windows, doesn't have power locks. So I mean, I kind of like that because it's less stuff to break. But like all this stuff is in pretty good condition. And I'll show you guys what I do with cars when I buy them. I do the same thing with every single car I buy. Let's see if the hatch opens. When I buy a car, you know, I'm pretty picky. The shocks are bad on this, so I gotta hold it up. But I already ordered the shocks too. But you can see it's just dirty. It's really not that bad. No T-tops, unfortunately. I would have liked to get T-tops, but you know, really what I wanted was just something fun and sporty. And this is so inexpensive. The insurance is going to be really cheap on it and everything. And it gets twice the gas mileage of my truck, believe it or not. And since I just picked up a job, to me it makes sense to get better gas mileage because I drive about 25 minutes each way now. Let me pop the hood here. Yeah, baby. LT1. Looks like it's got an aftermarket cross member. It's got a red top battery that seems to be good. I don't know how new it is. I didn't look at the dates or anything. But that seems to be a newer battery. And it does have long tube headers. I'm actually really happy about that because that's something that I would want to do anyway. And they're a pain in the ass to put on these F bodies. You can see they're hookers. So it's a decent brand. I'm really glad those are on there. It has a cold air intake, K&N. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what this car has because I don't think the previous owner really knew either. And what else? You know what's interesting? You know, this thing has long tube headers, but it has factory mufflers. I'll start it up for you. You'll hear it. It's so quiet. So I'll probably be throwing a different muffler in there too. Nothing crazy, but it'd just be nice to have like a nice throaty tone to it because you can't even tell that it has the long tube headers on there. And these tires, the tires actually have good tread on all four corners, but they're dry rotted. I don't know if you can see it. I'm hoping it'll pass inspection. We'll see. And I do plan on getting a nice set of wheels and tires for this. It's just really hard to justify because the wheels and tires that I want are $1,460. Now, granted, they're brand new and they're good tires that they come with too. So, I mean, tires are expensive alone. The rims actually aren't even that much, but they come mounted and balanced and everything, and it'll make the car look so much nicer. I don't want to throw money into tires to put on these wheels when for not too much more, you know, I can get really nice rims for this. And I'll show you guys the rims. I'll show you the parts list. I'm going to do like a similar thing like I do with four-wheelers with this. I know this is mostly a quad channel, but I know you motorheads out there will probably like this stuff too. It's pretty similar, but I'm going to do like a spreadsheet and show you exactly how much money I'm putting into it and everything. And what I do to these cars, like I was saying before, I'm actually going to remove the interior. I've done it to every single car I bought. I'll unbolt these seats, take them out, and the back seat, I'll redo this window. And what I do is I shampoo the carpet and I shampoo the seats, clean up the dash, and like little things that are broken, I'll just fix those things. And it's amazing how a little bit of TLC and some elbow grease can make a car look so nice. Because if you see the paint on this, the paint's not even bad. It's just dirt. This car is dirty. Look at that. Should write Banshee in it. But this thing has just been sitting, you know what I mean? And to a normal person, when they look at this car, you know, they're like, dude, you're nuts for even buying this in the first place. It's a piece of crap. And I could see why somebody would think that. But I'm telling you, I'm going to make this thing really, really nice. And I think I'll be happy with this. Super economical way that I can still have a muscle car, nice fun little car, and still save up to, you know, be getting a new house and everything. That's really what my goal is. And another one of the main reasons I got a regular job, just because I do expect the YouTube thing to one day, you know, hopefully be a good source of income. But at the rate it's going, you know, I'd be doing it for like 10 years before I could even move out of my parents' house. And that's just not going to fly. Guys, I'm really sorry to do this again, but I got to open this door again. God, that is so embarrassing. That's another one of those things, though, that is so easy to fix. The door's tight. It just needs to be, it needs grease. I can fix that so easily. Anybody could, but it makes it sound terrible. The same thing with the misfire. This motor probably is perfectly fine. It just has a misfire, so the engine's shaking. It's got low power. And like my buddy that came with me when I picked this up, he was like, dude, you're out of your mind. But he'll see. And so yeah, let me show you real quick the dash. There she is. You can see there's 98,000 miles on it. I bought it with just over, or just under 97,000, which, if you ask me, that's not bad at all. For a $1,450 car, I'm super happy with this. I'm gonna get a new stick for this too. A new knob anyway. I might get a different stick too. I don't really like the ones that are angled. I might get like the chrome stick. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, let me fire it up. It's got the old school VATS key for GM. See, it starts right up. No check engine light, surprisingly, actually, with the misfire and all. Really quiet. Not gonna go crazy revving it or anything right now. I just gotta tighten that up. Just because it's got the misfire, I don't want to, you know, be beating on it until I fix that. You can see it's pretty quiet. I don't hear anything wrong. Alright, so you guys have seen the new hot rod, the new Lambo, whatever the hell you want to call it. I call it the Lambo. But before I let you guys go, let me show you the list of parts that I ordered for this thing and the plans that I have for it. And you guys can let me know what you think of the pics I have. I haven't ordered the wheels yet. That's going to be one of those things where I'm still not sure if I want to shell out the money for that. But even if I did, I'm going to be around, I'll be below $3,500 total for this car. That includes like registration, title, transfer, everything. Which is still, I think that's not a bad deal. But yeah, let me show you the parts. Alright guys, so once again I'm here on eBay, and I'll just show you the stuff that I ordered so far. I got new spark plugs. These are the struts for the hatch, because they're shot on this one. The thing just comes slamming down, you gotta hold it up. Here's the new OptiSpark distributor cap. That's most likely what's causing the misfire. I just got the plugs also because I think it's just a safe measure to do, and it's cheap enough. It's an MSD. It's refurbished, but it's straight from MSD, so I trust that. Got new gaskets and everything for the water pump and timing cover, all that stuff, because the timing cover doesn't have to come off, but the water pump does, and I want to replace these seals for all the parts behind the OptiSpark. I got 10.5mm wires. Nothing crazy. They're kind of like a no-name, but I mean, I just like to replace the wires just in case. And I also, the brakes on there work fine, but I decided to go with some drilled and slotted rotors and ceramic pads. This brand, Brake Motive, I've used this for years on almost all my cars and on my truck. And I put tons of miles on them and stuff, and they're awesome. It was only $127.90 shipped. Comes with all 4 discs and pads for all 4 wheels. They're definitely worth $127.90. You know, one of those things that I like to do on all my vehicles, just put new brakes on them when I get them. And then I got the CAGS bypass, which, believe it or not, this car still has the skip shift, which, if you don't know what that is, basically if you're cruising along slow, the car kind of automatically makes you go from first gear to fourth gear because you get better fuel economy that way. But I really can't stand that, so that most people can't. They usually get that eliminated. So I got this thing for $10. You literally just plug that right into the transmission harness, and it gets rid of it. Got new wipers for $5. It's another one of those things. I've ordered them before. They're actually decent wipers. And I got 2 new keys. I'm going to get those cut because it only came with 1 set of keys. And that's it. I'll show you guys my spreadsheet. The car itself was $1,450. Registration and transfer was $175. Spark plugs, all this stuff here is the stuff that I ordered so far. So it's $1,925.64 is what I have into this car so far, which I think is awesome. And the wheels, these are things I haven't ordered yet, but they're things that I've been looking at, kind of like thinking about. I looked at some, like buying the wheels and tires separately or just getting a wheel and tire kit. Say $1,460. I'll show you guys the wheels real quick here. They're pretty sharp. Let's go to watch. And these are the wheels here. You can see I've been looking at all kinds of stuff. But these are the wheels, 17 by 9.5 and 17 by 11. You can see the back rim's like a deep dish. I think that'll look really cool. A lot of guys run these on the F bodies, but they're expensive. The kit that has the tires is $1,460. So it's kind of scary and like weird. It's $1,460 for the wheels, and it was only $1,450 for the car. But that'll be it. So that'll be all, guys. I appreciate you watching. There will be stuff on the Raptor coming soon. I just got to get around to doing it. But until then, guys, I will see you in the next video. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Put the comments below. And thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Happy Valentine's Day.